Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to bring your data from a fixed with text file and create a pivot table on it. Okay, so what we have here is that I have a fixed with table called fixed with .txt. It has three columns. One is a month, sales, and expenses. Okay, I am going to bring this data into the Excel sheet and create a pivot table on it. So most of the time, what we will do in MS Access database or SQL Server database or whatever files, what we will do, we will create from the insert pivot table, and in this pivot table we will use the external data source to bring the data inside the Excel sheet to create directly the pivot table. But this method is not workable for text files and CSV files. Okay, so what we need to do is we are going to create the data, bring the data using the get external data. Okay, from the data tab you have a get external data. In the get external data you go to from text. Okay, in the text you will see fixed length my file in the data files folder. So browse the folder and bring the file. Okay, so I have the fixed length text. Okay, then import. Okay, once I import, it shows me the text import wizard. In the text import wizard you can see choose the file type, and that best describes your data. So I have two options here, delimited or fixed length, so fixed width. So I choose fixed width. Okay, and also it has the option to select it from middle of the file. Okay, that time you can use from which row you want to import. Okay, for my case I am importing from the first row onwards. Okay, then my data has headers. Okay, this one you must check it if you have a header. Obviously in my data I have a header which shown month, sales, and expenses in the first row. So I click. Okay, then press next. Then you can see the scale. There is a division is there in the this is the break line. Okay, this is called break line. It is shown in the text. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have this data with me, so I can if you double click the break line, it will disappear. Okay, if you click, then it will appear. Then you can also move. Okay, so this scale shows that how many characters. So according to your specification and format, you know about your file from which character onwards the actual data starts for each column. Okay, for me actually this is selecting here, and okay, I put it here in the near the sales. So this is my data starts, but unfortunately if you go down you can see my data is not starting from there. Okay, the 1001 is going to the previous column, so it's supposed to be from here. Okay, so you must know in your file where from which character onwards your data starts. Okay, what is the length of width of every column. Okay, so that one you must be very careful when you put especially when you work on the fixed width files. If you are not careful, then what will happen, some of the columns is split into and going to the other columns. Okay, so you must be very careful when you work on this. Okay, fine. Now once you put your break lines properly, then you move text next. Then you see each column is divided, and in the column you can select the type. Okay, for me it is the first column is the month name, so it is text. Next two columns are actually it's a number and number columns. So what I will do, I leave it as general. So general columns is more like if it is a text, it will if it is a numeric number, then it will treat as a numeric number. Okay, if it is a date, it will treat as a date. The other things it will treat as text. Okay, so these two I am leaving it as general. Okay, press finish. Once you press finish, then it is showing you that import data. Okay, in the import data, please select how you want to view this data in your workbook. If it is MTP files and SQL Server database files, then you will find you can straight away select pivot table report and create a pivot table report. Unfortunately, in this case, you have only option to create a data table. Okay, so you just create a table. Okay, then where do you want to create? In the existing worksheet. Okay, press OK. So the data is coming into your data sheet. Okay, in the sheet. Okay, I put a data. Okay, once it comes to your data, then what I will do is that I'm going to create a pivot table on that. Okay, so how can I do the pivot table? I just select the data, then go to insert pivot table. Okay, once I insert the pivot table, create pivot table, select table or range for the pivot table. The table or range is nothing but the data which we received. This is the data table. Okay, so it's already highlighted because I already highlighted that one. So it by default it brought the range in the selection box. Okay, otherwise you can also select, click that one, and you can also select. You must click the up arrow here and select, and again click back, down arrow, then you will go back here. Okay, then choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. I want the pivot table report to be placed in the new worksheet. Okay, press OK. Okay, once I press OK, what it does is that it will pop up with the pivot table fields pane, where you can select the data fields, which is already which are all the fields in the data table: month, sales and expense. Okay, so those fields are here. Then you can create the pivot table on that. That pivot table will be appeared here. Okay, this is the pivot table report area. Okay, so I just bring the month, then the sales. Okay, the pivot table is appearing. Just I will put a month. Okay, so for every month, what is the sales? Okay, now the question is, okay, I will make this one as pivot table. Okay, so now the question is that where this pivot table is based on. This pivot table is based on the data table in the worksheet, not in the source file. Okay, so actually this pivot table, the cache of this pivot table is based on the worksheet data. Okay, not in the source file. Okay, data. So what will happen that if something changes, or if I want to keep this pivot table as a common table, and every month this fixed length data from different departments, I want to do the same pivot table again and again, how can I refresh the data from the file? Okay, so for example, what I am going to do, the January sales is 800, so I just put it as 8000 for example. Okay, or the fixed width, since it is a fixed width, I will make it as, I must be very careful because I must not change the width. Okay, 4800. Okay, so now if this is 4800 and say the data, I will go to the pivot table, I will refresh and see what happens. Nothing happens because the actual data is changed there, but it is not changed here because this pivot table based on this data. Okay, only if this data is changed, then only the pivot table will refresh. Okay, so every month if we read different files, I want to refresh based on the files, then how can I do that? Okay, it is very interesting question. You can do that. It is 2 steps forward, because if it is MDB, if the pivot table is based on MDB files and SQL Server files and other things, what will happen, it will directly fetch from the database once you refresh. But the text files and the CSV files, it will just fetch from the data table here. So what we need to do is that before you refresh this, okay, you need to refresh the data file. So how can I refresh? Go to this data table, right click and refresh, press refresh. Once you put a refresh, then what will happen, it will show up the file name pop up, and you can select a different file name also, as long as the format and everything is fine. Okay, so this is more like every month you are getting a different, or every day you are getting a different files. Okay, so now I just import. Okay, then once it is imported, then you go to the pivot table, then this time you refresh. Now the January sales is 800. Now you refresh and see what is the, refresh the table, 4800. Now you see the data is coming here. So it is only 2 steps involved. One is to refresh the data table, then refresh the pivot table. Okay, so this way you can bring your fixed with text files data as a source data into a pivot table and work on that. Okay, I hope this video is helpful to you. If you like my videos, just press the Sum button there in the screen itself to subscribe to my channel, and also leave your valuable comments and suggestions in the comments box. It will be very helpful to me to create a similar videos and improve my presentations. And okay, and please leave your comments. Okay, give a like also, and God bless you.